Let's go ahead and jump into it because we got such a great evening, to share with you guys. And we've got some amazing success stories that we're going to be able to share with you here today in relationship to our brand new UFO selling platform as well as our affiliate marketing platform. And couple things that I want to go into before we really talk about this is that we are coming off one of the best events we've ever had in our Icon 2025. JR used to always have a saying that you measure the success of of how many tickets you sell to your next event, because and that means that people got it. And we had more ticket sales for our upcoming 2026 leadership school than we did our 2025 icon. So we've obviously had a big success. The momentum is kicking in. And I mean, when you think about everything that was launched at the icon itself, some great new products. We had our NAD cream that came here to the States after being an eight-time, sellout, internationally. It sells out first weekend. It's live, so much momentum. And then, of course, what about Lauren and Mark bringing us, double the commissions, on our 001 centers? It's absolutely amazing. I was looking at the report, I think it was on Monday, and there had already been 15 people who have already reached master on franchise owner and will qualify next quarter for the double payout. So it's absolutely amazing. Everything is rip roaring and ready to go. We're so excited to break record numbers of master UFOs so that people can just simply, take over the unfranchised business and take over the country with the unfranchised. But tonight, we're going to share with you a brand new program that has really been taking off, because in our business, we are always looking for ways in which we can create additional revenue streams for our franchise owners. We never take away, we only add to this amazing MPCP. And so what happens is that this one of the things that a lot of us, even internally, who are in franchise owners at the corporate office, one of the struggles we were having was, we would have a trainer, for example, who didn't want anything to do with the market America and franchise business because they were building their brand, their training status. But you know what? They loved our products. And all they wanted to do was to say, hey, Steve, give me a link, give me a code, and I'm going to sell the heck out of your tower products or your isotonics products. That's all they wanted to do. Before there was no easy way for me to do that. Now we're going to tell you about a program that's going to make it so easy for you to now get that new customer on board, that new affiliate on board, who then is going to bring a mass amount of people from their influence into your customer base. That's the beautiful thing. Now realize this is not about, oh, do I do unfranchise owners or affiliates? This is both. That's the beautiful thing about it. The focus will always be on franchise owners and people who want residual income. I always call it the difference between a builder and a sharer. The people that are on this call are builders. That's what they came here to do. They came to build residual incomes that is going to drive down organizations and team building, that's going to leave legacies, for, them and their family. Now when you got the sharers, some people, all they want is a 15% commission. That's all they care about. Great. I want to appeal to those people as well too, because we have such amazing products that I want to make sure that anybody can get those and anybody can promote those, going forward. So, to start things off, we're going to go into just the UFO selling side of it and our new mashop.com to talk a little bit more about it. So let's, Jason, roll the video on that.
You got it. Thanks for that intro, Steve. Yeah, we're really excited about both of these programs. They are loosely tied together, but we're going to first focus on how we can create some great social success stories using some special links that were just created. So let me go ahead and share the sound on this video, and we will go ahead and...
Hey, UnFranchise owner, did you know there's something that could make selling easier for you? I'm talking about turning your social media followers into instant buyers. Right now, when you recommend a product, your followers are interested, but there's still that extra step of them going to the website and finding what they want. What if they could go from seeing your post to checking out in literally seconds? Here's the magic. You grab a special link and share it in your stories, bio, or send it directly to interested followers. And when they click, bam, they're already at checkout, ready to buy. No browsing around, no getting lost on the website, no complicated processes. Just see your post, get your link, buy instantly. All you need to do is go to unfranchise.com, pick any product, hit share. Grab that buy now link and share it in your stories, update your bio, or send it in DMs. Now, when followers ask, "Where can I buy this?" you send one link and they're done. You keep all your profits and BV. But finally, your customers can actually complete their purchases. Now you are ready to make selling on social media effortless.
All right. So, as quick and simple as it is now that you have a link that you can share from any product detail page on your unfranchise.com, and that link will direct someone into a shopping cart where they can make a purchase quickly and easily. Now, that short video, we'll have that uploaded into the video replay for tonight's session, but we'll also have that uploaded into the Unfranchise marketing app so you can use that to attract and share that with potential affiliates as well. And as you know, everything that you share through the Unfranchise marketing app, you can get visibility on who's opened that, who's watched it, how much of the video they've actually watched, and you can follow up and answer their questions. So again, we'll be coming out with more and more videos and tutorials about each of these different programs. This one being the social selling. So on unfranchise.com in the United States, you can go to any product detail page. So search for your favorite product. In this example, our #1 selling product, OPC3, the world's most powerful antioxidant. When I go to this product detail page, you will see underneath the product picture, there are share links for email, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, and a copy link. When you click on the copy link, you'll see this pop up where it says share this product. Under that share this product pop-up, you'll see that there are two links. The link at the top is a buy now link. You'll see that it says mashop.com, and then you'll see it says cart. That means that that product, when someone clicks on that link, is going to go directly to checkout and be able to purchase that product quickly, easily, and efficiently. Now, for some people are still sharing information in a text message, a direct message, an email, or even in a post, they're trying to, maybe in a group, share more information about a product in terms of the product details. Now, the product detail page on your shop.com has all the science, the frequently asked questions, and there's more to kind of get lost in, right? There's more information for people to almost get distracted a little bit. But for those that are really trying to share more information about the product, you still have your promote on shop.com link, and you'll see where it says shop.com/your name and that product. So that will direct someone to shop.com where they can get the information. Whereas the buy now link, when you click and copy that, you'll see that it copies to your clipboard. You can paste that in anything. So you can paste that in a message, a post, a comment, and you're just trying to direct people to a shopping cart. So for example, many of you are doing stories, or maybe you like some of the stories and information that our corporate social channels are pushing out. For example, Steve, you mentioned Tower Plus. Tower Plus, incredible brand that we've got with this nutrition shake here. But now, when you share that information, you have the ability, Steve, to do what? Create a
To
link right
make it
by
into a
now.
shoppable link. And that's the beautiful thing about it is that you know, not only am I able to make a shoppable link, but what I'm also able to do with this new program is make a shoppable cart. And that's what I really love about it is that if there are certain things that I take every single day. Like, for example, every night my night ends with aloe, and digestive enzymes and some magnesium. That's every night in my cup. That's what comes in here. And so if I want to talk about what my bedtime ritual is and then share that and then automatically have that go into someone's cart, I can do this now within the new, shoppable program that we are now offering through Shopify, which is amazing. And so, it allows people just to be able to already have that preset cart to where they can go in, buy from there, and then I get rewarded, they get the product, etc. from it. But I mean, it works just like we do. And just because we're showing desktop, for the links, realize this happens on both the mobile and on the desktop. So you don't have to, so it doesn't matter which one you use it on. But now I can create this great shoppable piece with this tower and actually send them to that product page on our new site. Now, what's going to happen there is they're not going to get distracted by the noise of 20 million products like they do on shop.com. What they're going to see is just that product or just those products so that they can easily check out and get on their way so that they can get their product in their hands.
And I love something that we just added was the ability for subscribe and save. So easy for someone to
Yeah.
have a one-time purchase, or they can put it right on an auto ship, a subscribe and save immediately. They're going to get a discount of 10%, but that's a recurring customer that loves our product is going to continue to be on that product month after month. So, here's just an example of a story that was done with the H2 tab and how this type of link works. So let's take a look at this. As simple as that, right? So you have a story that was posted. I questioned why someone was driving and putting the H2 tab in their water while they're driving, but we'll leave that alone. But the idea is it was a user-generated content, right? A faceless video, which is very popular right now, showing how the product is used, a quick caption, and then the link, the buy now link. And that buy now link brings us right to this page where it's actually right in the cart checkout on the MA Shop site. But you can see that they can use their Shop Pay, they can use PayPal. If it's an Android device, they can use Google Pay, or if it's an Apple device, they can use Apple Pay to check out. And of course, we've added the subscribe and save feature. So very, very simple. Again, we'll walk through it step by step. And to Steve's point, desktop or mobile, both are available. In fact, if you're sharing on social media, you're most likely going to be using a mobile device. So in this case, you went to unfranchise.com or the UnFranchise app, pulled up a product detail page, and then you clicked on the buy now link. Copy that buy now link to your clipboard, and then you went to your, in this case, let's say Instagram or Facebook, and started a story, and you uploaded your own video, your own images, maybe an image that you downloaded or a video that you downloaded from somewhere else. Whatever it is, you're posting a piece of content. You're then going to use the sticker icon, and in that sticker icon, you'll see towards the bottom, there's one that says link, and it's like 2/3 of the way down, and it says link. You click on that link sticker, and it asks you, oh, you want to add a link. What is the URL? Well, that's where you paste the link that you shared from your unfranchise.com. So you paste that link in the URL section, but then underneath that it says sticker text. So I like to put maybe buy now, get yours today, or best vitamins on the planet, whatever you might want to put there as a text. So they'll see in the post, in this case, it was just a picture of a vitamin D, and you'll see that it was buy now. If they click that, it goes to the vitamin D checkout right on the mashop.com. Again, just trying to make it super simple, and we'll have PDF downloads as well as more tutorial videos coming out step by step on how to share these pieces of content and attach your links to whatever product it is that you want to promote. So again, copy the link from your unfranchise.com, paste it right into your story, a comment, a post, an email, a text, and it directs people right to checkout. So,
And the big couple little points, because I'm also seeing some of the questions that are coming in here. Right now, this is only a US pilot program that we're running. We are going to bring this to the Asia Pacific markets and expand this out. We just wanted to work through, some of the things as it related to the fact that, getting it on unfranchised, simplifying the processes, and keeping it at a manageable level, and then launching this to the world. The other thing that we also want to look at doing, in Asia Pacific is opening up Line. Line is their number one social media, outlet, so we're starting to do a heck of a lot more when it comes to, that, in that area. The other thing is, please make sure, even though that this is taking people to an mashop.com site, mashop.com is not portalized right now. So therefore, so it is critical that when you share the links, that you're sharing them from your unfranchised back office. And then those are the links that you're doing, because what's going to happen is when Jessica puts that post up and then has the link that's attached to the story and someone clicks on it, that then becomes her customer. That goes through the whole proper process that we do, just as if someone was going on shop.com, but that is going to then have Jessica's referral on it, so that we know that that is coming from Jessica and that referral from that. So I just wanted to kind of add in those couple little things, because I have seen a lot of people talk about, where this is from, and then also making sure that, listen, you're going to love mashop.com. You're going to love what we do with the new Shopify platform when it comes to shop.com. It's only going to get better. And so that's what we're doing for this. But Jason, I know that we wanted to have one of our first success stories, go through some of her success.
That's right. We've had many UFOs using this functionality for even in a test version before we released it to the public. But I would love to have our kind of internet marketing guru. I mean, I love to see everything she does internet related. Jessica, please introduce yourself, your name, where you're from, but then also how are you using these UFO social selling links in your current strategy?
Hi, Jason. Thank you guys for having me tonight. So I'm Jessica. I'm from New York, and I've been having a lot of fun with these buy now links. I have been using them in stories. I have been using them in posts. I went and did one in a reel. I've learned that you did not need to be a tech guru to be a successful online entrepreneur. I was showing a few people how to use the buy now link, and I thought it'd be easier if I tried it on my computer. Well, note to you guys, as it was my note to self, you cannot really create a story on Facebook from your computer. So the best bet is to do it from your phone, your device, or your tablet. I've had a lot of fun sharing my favorite products. I try to put images that like I'm in the image or I'm using the image. I've promoted Motives products. I've promoted Pentaxel, NAD+. I called it the Fountain of Youth combination, how to look 30 when you're 50. But it's been a lot of fun using it. I will share some tips with everyone that when you are sharing the links in a post, like on Facebook, not to put the actual links in your what you're writing about. Put the links in the comments, because Facebook algorithms suppress posts that have actual links, and you want the links to get as many clicks and views as possible. So put them in the comments. And it's also a tip that if you want to promote more than one product, to create a post, because a reel and a story only allows you both on Facebook and Instagram to share one link. So it's been a fun learning process and just trying to share all of our favorite products with everyone.
I love it. Jessica, obviously you've done a lot of great things on social media, coaching others on how to use social media. What would you say is the best practice in terms of user-generated content versus stock images? What do you think converts better?
User generated, even if it's faceless, because they know that you're the person like doing it, especially if you do it like in your house where people that know you know that that's where you live, because then it's authentic and it feels real and not kind of made up or staged. So I would say that. Another thing that I did, because these links work not just on social media, but these buy now links also work if you send them in a direct message or even if you send them in a text message. So I've put some of the products that I talk about the most, I've actually put those links in a note on my phone so that I have them easily accessible when I'm trying to talk to somebody and close the sale, just sending them the link.
Great tip. Great tip. I love that. Steve, anything to add in terms of our UFO social selling links before we kind of switch gears here?
No, I mean, I think that, just Jessica, if you can kind of explain the ease, because I can see that there's some people on here that, that it's still a little bit new to them when it comes to, creating links, on social media, using stickers, et cetera. Can you share a little bit about the ease of it?
I mean, really, it is super simple. Taking a picture that you have already. So this is what I'm also going to say. Having the link and knowing the product before you actually start to create the post makes it even simpler. So if you know what the product is, go grab the link, open your Facebook or your Instagram, find your favorite product picture or you with that product. Creating the story is going to say is the simplest, because it's literally just a few clicks. You put up your picture, your video, you add that link sticker. Remember, that link is a sticker. So that's where you're going to find it. And then just pasting it. And I like to call it, like, I know Jason said like buy now. I like to call it like something fun and catchy, and I like put arrows and other stickers to make it fun, even throw in some music. But just make it feel like you, and you'll be amazed how many people will click and buy. Because we're so used to, you know why? Because we're so used to being on other influencers' social media and buying from there. So it's exactly the same.
No, that's great. Thank you so much, Jessica, on that. One thing I'm seeing is there's a few people who don't see the stickers. So if you're in your stories, right, and then you see these little icons up at the top, these little circles. The third one, which is going to be a little bit of a smiley face, you're going to click on that, and then it's going to show you a bunch of stickers. From that sticker, you're going to go in and find the one that says link, which is right over here. You're going to click that, and then this is where you would copy your URL, for your referral URL. Now, then at the bottom, like Jason and Jessica mentioned, you can also customize the text. I always tell people you got to customize your text. You got to make it personalized. You got to make a great CTA call to action that's going to get there for that. So I just wanted to kind of go through that, since I did see a lot of people asking where that was. But Jason, keep going, keep moving us forward.
That's great. That's great. And again, we'll have more tutorials and things coming out about all of these programs to make sure you all understand how to leverage what we've got in our hands right now. So coming from the social selling links, we realize it's a perfect opportunity to tap into what's known as the affiliate marketing space. Now, shop.com has always been one of the largest affiliate marketing platforms for things like our partner stores and for our UFOs. But we tried to have an affiliate publisher network program that launched years and years and years ago, which was the premise behind having simple links that affiliates could share and earn revenue. Now, we've always had that, but we decided that we had to make it simpler and easier for people, especially with social commerce, to take advantage of everything that shop.com has to offer, especially our MA exclusive products. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at where we came from with that program. And you're going to see that we still have this program available in your business services, but we will be deprecating that and moving it over to our new affiliate program. So for those that do have some questions, let me just back up real quick about either of these programs. If you visit your unfranchise.com in the US, under the business menu, you'll see a tab or a menu item for social media selling. When you click on that link, there's a whole landing page that explains the program, has frequently asked questions, talks about the benefits of between being a UFO versus an affiliate, talks a little bit about the social sharing links as well. So that's a great resource for people, is right on your unfranchise.com. But, you know, like we said, we've greatly enhanced our affiliate program. Steve, I don't know if you have anything that you want to talk about in terms of the market in general, in terms of affiliate marketing, where we came from and the power of it today.
I mean, the thing is that where affiliate marketing has gone is only going to get substantially bigger. For that, it is a several $100 billion business as it is right now when it comes to influencers. It's only getting bigger because our kids are growing up. And what do they watch? They watch YouTube, they watch TikTok, and they're seeing influencers who are getting product, sharing product, and making money for it. So they love the concept already. So it's only gonna grow because I saw this was a month ago, right before Icon, to where people said that where they were asked kids age 8 to 15 what they wanted to be. And the number two thing that they wanted to be was a creator or an influencer. And so therefore, so more and more people are going to want to do this. It's going to only grow. And the thing is that it's become what we do every single day.
Right.
That's the beautiful thing about it. Deb Anderson shares products every single day. And she does it already right now without a social media platform. Now, what's happened is over the last 4, 5, 6 months, Deb has started to incorporate social media into it. She's now becoming a mini influencer. So it doesn't matter whether you started 15 years ago or whether you're just starting right now. As long as you're authentic, as long as you can share how successful that product's been to you, then guess what? You can absolutely be an influencer yourself. Now, what we're doing now is taking what we used to have with our APN program, which was not an easy program to work with because you had to have websites, you had to have different, hooks and ladders and everything else. And now we're simplifying it to what everybody does. People, these trainers, these makeup artists, people who have great influence over tens of thousands of people. What they want a link that's going to simply have a code attached to them. So it could be me being Jason's affiliate, going out there promoting Isotonics OPC3, and then saying, for everybody who buys it, I can offer them a discount code for it, and then I can get a 15% commission. And all they have to do is use code Steve10 at checkout, and then I'm going to get rewarded for that. Now, what's great about that is that I'm getting the 15% for the sale of the product for a commission, but Jason is getting the BV for that product, and Jason is also getting a new customer that is buying through me. Now, what's the great part about that is it also allows someone who may have started as an affiliates and started by just selling the product, and then by them getting new customers, it now is going to pique their interest and say, wait, why am I giving all this money to Jason? Now I want to know more about it. And then it then opens up the discussion for the UFO, to become a UFO, much like we do with the HP1 program and some of our other programs, to where we start them off at certain levels, and then we build that confidence up. We get some money in their pockets, and then all of a sudden they want more. Then they start seeing it, and then they want to become franchise owners themselves.
Yeah.
I love it. So incredible. Yeah, it's become more mainstream and commonplace than ever before. Affiliate marketing used to be reserved for those that had a huge following, 1 million followers, a website, a blog, email list of 50,000 people, things like that. But each and every one of us have influence, where users that have generated content, and just like that, affiliates can take advantage of our incredible products and then leverage their own influence So we've got a quick little video we'll watch on this, and this will also be uploaded into the marketing app so that you can share this with some prospective affiliates for yourselves as well.
Ready to earn generous commissions on the world's best health, beauty, and skincare products? Shop.com has paid out over $6 billion in commissions and incentives to our community of entrepreneurs and customers. That number grows every day, and we're now inviting all influencers to take part in that with our new affiliate program. You'll earn a phenomenal 15% commission on every sale you drive to our site. Influencers are empowered with affiliate links for our dozens of exclusive brands, including our best-selling line of isotonics, the world's most advanced nutraceuticals. For over 30 years, we've been in the business of transforming lives with revolutionary products. If you are an influencer in the health, nutrition, or beauty space, this is for you. Promote our products. Earn amazing commissions. Whether you're an influencer with millions of followers or just getting started, the Shop.com team looks forward to working with you. Join our affiliate program today.
And as Steve said, more and more people are looking to participate in this gig economy. You know, most children want to be a doctor, a nurse, a firefighter, a policewoman, policeman, a teacher, and now one of the top career paths is I want to be a YouTuber, I want to be an influencer, I want to be a creator, and we've got some tools. But you know, look at where we came from, the Affiliate Publisher Network. It's still available, but I would have anyone who's part of that program register for our new program. It's a little antiquated, so it's time to give it a kind of a facelift. And Steve, you know, you mentioned so great that there are so many advantages and reasons and people that should look at becoming an affiliate. So, you know, who would be an ideal person for the affiliate program?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, in the beginning, it's really people who are looking to share versus build. They're the sharers, not the builders. And it's people who are already your loyal customers who all they want to do is just share product and earn some retail profit, along the way. Of course, one of the biggest ones are the people who are already have influence over their social media base, the people who are already creating content on their own, talking about other products and then going through that. And then also I always think that because people buy from people who use the products, not people who are paid to use a product, for that. We used to go into a life to where, it was all about, okay, well, what was this person using? What was this celebrity using? What was the celebrity? That has become inauthentic. From that. Now what happens is we want to know what Melissa Missler is promoting, and we want to know that what she's sharing, she is actually using and that she can talk to when it comes to that. It's just like when it comes to me, there are products in Market America that I use every single day that you can't tell me anything wrong about them. Now I know where my lane is, because if you're going to ask me about cosmetics, I'm going to put you on the phone with one of my Moto's UnFranchise owners. I know where my strengths are, but what I'm going to do is that, you're going to look for those people who are really having success with the product, who it really resonates with their audience, and that are then going to be able to translate that into new customers for you and new revenue stream for them as well.
Yeah, earlier you mentioned another great use case. We've been leaning on social media influencers, but there's traditional business owners, salon
Yeah.
owners, makeup artists, bridal photographers. It could be gyms, personal trainers, Pilates studios, Zumba instructors, right? So all these people have studios and professions that run right alongside our incredible brands and run that parallel. You'll hear momentarily from Debbie, who has someone who is a dojo, a karate instructor, loves our products, doing some great content as well. So it's beyond social media. I want you to open up your horizon and think of all these other people who have influence over their audience, our potential candidates. And as Steve mentioned, what's good for you as a UFO? Well, the affiliate gets 15% commission, and you, the unfranchised owner, get the BV. So all of these influencers, affiliates that are pushing out product links, maybe your gym owner, your personal trainer, they're getting 15%. It's good for them. That's a
Mhm.
great affiliate commission. If you look at the industry with the averages, at most maybe about 5%. So 15% to them, but you get 100% of the BV, right? You get 100% of the BV. They get to choose their lane, like Steve was saying. It helps boost more exposure and brand awareness for all of us, which is great because credibility and authenticity is really powerful when it comes to building a brand. It attracts creators in younger demographics that can be part of what we call that trial run to learn more about the unfranchised business. So it generates leads for your business as well. You hear that momentarily. So there are a host of benefits and how the UFO can leverage the program, but you also want to make sure that we still want to build the business as an unfranchised owner. We're going to expand distribution. So this is not to replace everything else that we do as an unfranchised owner. This is to complement all of your efforts. So very simple to get started. We have our site mashop.com. And as Steve said, it's not portalized. So our social selling links have to come from your unfranchise.com, but this is where we register an affiliate. Come to mashop.com and right in the top heading, it says become an affiliate. When you click on that link, it starts a process that shows a little bit about the program. A high level overview, promote our products, you can earn generous commissions, talks about the commission potential, 15% on every order that is directed from their efforts. And then it goes down and talks a little bit more about the details. How currently when someone clicks on a link that an affiliate promotes, if that user doesn't buy immediately and they go back to the website, a week later and say, "Oh, I'm ready to make a purchase now," we've stamped that link so that we know who that customer belongs to for that affiliate. And that's called a cookie. So it's a 30-day cookie period, which is industry average for affiliate marketing, so that when someone's promoting these links across their channels, we know that people aren't going to purchase right away. But if they come back to the site to make a purchase, we want to make sure that we give credit where credit is due within that time period. And then, of course, we do pay out commissions, and we pay them out on a 30-day basis once we can ensure that there's been no returns or refunds. So we make sure that the product has gone to the customer, it's been delivered, the customer has it, there hasn't been a return or a refund. Within that 30-day cycle, we will then make sure that the affiliates will get paid their 15% commission on any of those sales. So that's all outlined here in our terms and conditions, so that if they want that information, they can read about that. And then the last screen is just a very, very basic registration form. And what I love about this is that we're not asking all of their different social profiles. We're not asking them for their Instagram channel, their Facebook channel, their TikTok channel, their website, their blog, a description about who they are, what they're doing. It's very simple. We're going to start building that relationship with them, but we just want to get them in the door. Their name, their email address, they're going to create a password, and then you'll see it says your preferred coupon code. So we are going to allow them to create a coupon code for 10% off that they can use to incentivize purchases to their followers. Now it's up to them whether or not they're going to promote that coupon or not, but right in the registration, we want to make sure that they assign in a coupon code initially. Now it's one coupon code across our entire platform, so it may not be available. So if they use their name, Joanne 10, and it says currently not available, they'll have to try, Joanne P 10. Or they might have to try a couple things as the program expands, but that's just their first coupon. They can always log in their administrative dashboard after that and create additional coupon codes for future promotions, so that they don't have that continual promotion code going out where people might continue to use that 10% off when they're trying to maybe earn more revenue. And the last piece, as Steve has mentioned, it's not portalized. So it's critically important that you have them. It says referred by an unfranchised owner, enter their email, or no if you weren't referred. And that would be if someone stumbled upon it through some of our other social channels. But in this case, they put the email address associated with your unfranchised business, and that's how we can connect you to your affiliate. And I'll let you know that there have been cases where people say, "I'm not sure if my affiliate used my email address." We can go in and log in, and we can see who is the referrer and make sure that that email address is on file correctly. So make sure that you're in touch with us, and we'll make sure that everything is lined up correctly. So very simple registration form. Steve, anything to add in terms of the simple registration?
So nothing to add in the simple registration, but I wanted to ask you a couple questions that have been getting hit in the chat so that you can answer those for us.
Yep.
First one is lots of questions on the 15% commission. Does that come off the total price of the product, or is that the 15% of the retail profits?
So it's neither. So it's not 15% of the retail profit. It's 15% of whatever the selling price was. So if they used a 10% off coupon, we're going to deduct the 10% off. The customer's going to make a purchase, and we're going to pay 15% on that amount, not the total SRP or suggested retail price. So it's after any discounts and promotions, we'll pay the 15% off of the price that the customer paid.
Gotcha. Second and last question is questions on when they can assign the BV, for the price for the product itself, for the purchase itself. So do they have to wait the 30 days for that to be credited? Can they do that instantly? How does that work?
No, so that's a beautiful thing. Just like our shop.com orders, that order comes into our system immediately. When that order comes into our system, it is then going to trigger the 48-hour placement email that you'll receive if you've opted into that 48 placement email. And that means that you've got within 48 hours, it's going to assign to your BV auto placement unless you want to change that. And you can change that in your unfranchise.com under my account under manual BV placement. So you do still have that 48 hours, and that happens at the time of the order, Steve.
Okay, perfect. Those were the main questions that the chat had so for right now.
All right, very good, very good. So once an affiliate completes the registration form, our team then goes and vets it. They've got to make sure that they verified the email, and it usually happens within 24 to 72 hours, depending on if it's, over a weekend or anything like that. But we've been getting to these, each and every day approving these affiliates. So 24 to 72 hours is, the time period that we usually will either accept or deny. And the only reasons we've really denied any thus far is because they're out of the country. They're affiliates that are trying to register from out of the United States, which the program is not available outside of the US currently, and we look to move into that direction in the near future. So once someone has their account, they go to mashop.com. They can actually log in to our partner channel. They'll have that in their welcome email. They get a beautiful welcome email with their login information, a reminder of what their coupon code is, and then from there, they access their dashboard. On their dashboard, they can see their commission. They can see what's pending, what's approved, what's paid out, right front and center. They also have access to their affiliate link. So if they wanted to send someone just to the homepage of mashop.com, they have a referral link. You'll see right here the default affiliate link. That would send someone to the site where someone else can peruse and browse the site. When they make a purchase, we can assign that to the affiliate. Now, you can also get a product link by searching through our product catalog. And you can also, it says get link with a source. That means if someone wanted to assign it and say, I want this link to be associated with my Facebook post, they could say Facebook so that when they go back, they can track and know that what post from Facebook generated sales versus if they did a post or a story on Instagram. So they have a little bit of flexibility there to understand where that traffic and those sales are coming from. You'll also see the affiliate coupon that they've got. They can edit it or copy and then paste that if they want to promote it. But that's up to the affiliate, whether or not they want to provide the 10% off coupon code, because it does impact their income. And then there's a nice little graph with their performance. They can select their payment can be through a bank draft or through a PayPal account when they are ready to get their funds dispersed to them. As the sales come in, they're going to have it all right here in front of them. It's going to let them know when it was, what the order number was, the total sales, the total commission, what's pending, what's approved. So it's all available for them. They can search by date range. They can also change their source to see where this is coming from. So it's a very robust system that gives the affiliate all the information they need to manage their affiliate program with us, which I think is incredible. And as Jessica was saying, nothing converts better than user-generated, authentic, genuine content. However, some of our affiliates may want to use collages and use some professionally created content, we do have a lot of that available for them as well in the marketing tools. Infographics, great social media images, professional images of the product. So if they want to put that in a carousel or something like that, they can download and use some of that content as well. And then, of course, under Get Product Link, they can search the entire product list, get the link they want, add a source. They generate their own short link that they want, and they can paste it wherever they want on their social media. So, unfranchise owners, you get your links from unfranchise.com. Affiliates get theirs from their login here through the mashop.com site. But this is what it's about. This is, imagine your organization. Again, we don't want to take our eye off the prize in terms of building and expanding distribution with our unfranchised businesses and creating their recurring revenue, significant ongoing income. But imagine an organization, even if each member had maybe 5 to 10 affiliates, and just, and it's almost laughable, but let's say each affiliate only had 10 customers. 10 customers that are purchasing on average 30 BV per month, right? Maybe a box of daily essentials, maybe a pentaxle, right? So it's even more than 30. But imagine that. Let's say 10 affiliates, 10 customers, that's 100 customers times 30 BV. What is it? That's 30,000 BV. And imagine your group. If everyone has a couple of affiliates, you have 3 on the left, 3 on the right, everyone has 5 to 10 affiliates producing that kind of volume. What will happen to your commissions when you're creating all that BV for you and your organization? It's just like Steve said, we talk about the health professional programs, we talk about the pro artist programs. This is just another huge tool in your toolbox to generate an enormous amount of BV. And that's what I get excited about.
Deb, did you have something to add to it? It looked like you had something to add there.
Oh my, I get so excited with it. You know, I was scared when you guys asked me to be part of this because we all know that Deb is more that one-on-one person rather than the social media piece, which I think I'm doing great. But think about the BV through the team. And that's the whole thing. I got so excited about that piece. And the fact that that affiliate's coming with customers already, what's the one thing we do with the Getting Started guide? It's the first thing we say. The most important thing is that we get your 10 customers. Well, imagine when that affiliate sees the team or the plan and sees it's all about a team rather than just themselves, their eyeballs light up and they already come with customers. It's so exciting. I could scream with excitement. I want millions of them.
It's a perfect segue, Deb. I mean, you just said it. You said it. It's a trial run, a perfect trial run, because you have someone who's trying the product. They fall in love with the product. They're going to share the product. They're creating their own customers. And at that point, you can get them soft launched as an affiliate, having some success, getting some income, and then turning into an unfranchise owner, right? So, Deb, let's just stay with you right now. Let's have you share your story in terms of how you started this program, how you started promoting the program, and then how you identified some of your first affiliates. And we'll actually hear from one of your affiliates today.
Yeah, you and Steve twisted my arm and I just got the handcuffs off. But other than that, you guys asked me to be part of it and I thought this sounds great. So I just started sharing things a lot more than what I ever did. And let's face it, right? So then Stacy sent me a private message and she was like, well, hello, beautiful. And I see that you're doing this and that. And she said, tell me about the affiliate program. I'd like to be an affiliate for you. And she was selling vitamins, dog vitamins. And so I then was like, somebody wants to see this, right? And so I'm like, it's Sunday. I call Jason, I call Steve. No, everybody, it's Sunday, right? Family day. Steve calls me back at 10 o'clock that night. I go, I've got somebody I'm going to show them the affiliate program tomorrow at 9. And Steve's like, that's great. I go, how do I do it? And Steve's like, I don't know. Let's call Jason. He goes, I'll get you the answers by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So
We had just finished the
Yes.
programming on putting the site together.
Like just, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I felt like Stacy was in the room while you guys were showing me this. It was eerie, like all of a sudden here she is. And so I was like, okay, so it was so simple, guys. So simple that Debbie Anderson can do it. And I'm not putting myself down, but I am more that in-person person rather than the social media. So it was, really exciting for me. And so the minute I brought it up, it was, you guys saw how simple it was, and just the thing that tricked us up, I think, Stacy, was the coupon, right? So, they have to have their coupon, otherwise it won't go any further. So that's one of the most important things. And at that time, I just dripped to Stacy, let's look and see how many customers you get, and let's see how this goes for you. And she shared that she was getting 3% from her company. And I said, oh, our company's given 15%. Now, anybody could get really excited when you're dealing with 3% to 15%, right? I mean, that was exciting for me, for her. And so she was like, let's do it. So we quickly do it. And then didn't I get a call, I think from you, Jason, or Steve, that next day, the minute she got her link, sales, it was like, she's already got sales. It wasn't like we waited or she waited, she got sales. And I think one of the most important things, guys, is that what you have to think about is let them do what they're great at. And Deb's not that great at that. So Stacy is great at sharing, right? So I now have somebody who's great that's sharing and driving BV through my team. That is genius what this company has done for us, right? And at the same time, as we're dripping about the compensation plan and commissions and stuff like that, when they get their customers, then it's your turn to say, you know what, I'd like to show you what's behind the affiliate program and how you can earn not only the retail profit, which is going to go up higher than 15%, but how you can earn commissions on those products that you're currently loving. She loves them. And you already have customers for. And that was amazing when I said, all right, so I think it's time. And I showed her, and I'm not kidding you, when I showed her the plan, her arms went up in the air and she was so excited. Let's do it, Deb. Like, it was, because at that point she's already got customers. She on the product. I don't think she'll ever get off the product. She loves the products. So think about it when you're taking your new UnFranchise owner through the process. We've already done it with the affiliate program as far as getting them customers, and they love the products. I applaud you guys for bringing this into our fingertips, because you always leverage the people who are better at things, and I'm leveraging the affiliates that are better than social media than me, right? So and I'm learning a lot from her. So she's a good dripper. And so that's why you're seeing me a little bit more, Steve. But that's where we came from. So then when Stacy saw the compensation plan, it was all right, she says, I'm ready. And that was, so now she's an UnFranchise owner.
That's great.
Love it. Welcome to the family, Stacy.
Thank you so much. This is a great opportunity. The fact that this is what I try to tell people as I'm marketing my products. And I'm new, so okay, but I just bought the Snap, the dish soap and the whole package. And let me just tell you that it works better than the Dawn dish soap that I used. And I'm not kidding, it works better. My next video is going to be about how well it works. I bought the laundry detergent. It works great. These are products that work. They're safer for the environment, number one, which is really important to me. And I'm sorry, they work, and I'm getting paid for these products. What? How can you go wrong? I mean, seriously, I don't know how to say this any differently, that this is a great opportunity for anybody. And if somebody just doesn't have the time to do what we're all doing, then they could just buy it, because it's helping their friends. These are things you need in your household every day. And I think these products are great. And I mean, I'm not kidding. My mom already said that her eyes are better since she's been taking the Prime eye, the vision vitamins. I, I mean, I need omega-3 every day because of the stuff that I'm on, and I'm getting it from us, and this is awesome. It's a great opportunity. I think these are great products, backed by some, good science. And you know what, if you're going to take something, you may as well not go to the doctor and get your pharmaceutical stuff. Just get our stuff. I mean, it's so much better. It's healthier. It's natural,
It's don't you love that freshness, guys? Like her excitement, and I'm just, I don't know. I didn't think I could get any more energy, but I got more from Stacy. It's amazing just how she's just like, well, this makes sense. And I saw her video on, the Dawn and our dish soap, and she's just,
Yep.
she's great at it. Great at it.
You guys wait for my next one, because let me tell you, the next one is going to compare the two, and it's going to show how cruddy, I'm not going to swear here, how cruddy the Dawn is compared to the Snap. It's good stuff, and I'm impressed. I'm happy. And why should we promote these other big companies that don't do anything for any of us?
Amen, girl.
Just saying.
I love it.
Absolutely. Well, first, Deb, thanks for being a pioneer, one of our pioneers in this program for us. You've been an absolute rock star when it comes to this, getting out of your comfort zone and showing that anybody can do this. Stacy, couple things for you. First of all, your excitement and your enthusiasm is the reason why people need more new UnFranchise owners, because it's that excitement that really is the bloodline of this business. Anybody who has a bad day and all of a sudden now has a Stacy that's now in their organization is going to sit there and do a heck of a lot more for that. So, so when I say welcome to the family, thank you for bringing the energy. Thank you for bringing the excitement, to Deb's team, to this call, just to show that enthusiasm, which just gleams off your face. The second question I got is, so you sold vitamins to dogs, correct? Before?
Yes. So I'm a farmer at this moment, but I've been a behavior consultant for animals, for dogs, for many years, and I've worked with animals. I started breeding because I love golden retrievers, and it is what it is. Some people don't care for that, but if you want a pure golden retriever, you come to me. I have great dogs, and I was selling paw tree vitamins and new vet vitamins, and yeah, I get something from it, but that's it. That's the extent of it. So I actually, when I bought my farm a couple of years ago down in Bath, New York, I saw like a lull in the economy, and there's one thing I got to tell you all that we all need is our daily vitamins. I lost a lot of energy because I turned 45. I like to drink, so I need something more. I just bought the cleanse, and I am excited to start the cleanse. Oh my gosh, it's going to be, I followed the instructions. I'm going to do this, but there's these things that we require in life that no matter what we are doing, we have to have these things. And the dog's vitamins and such, people sometimes they're like, I don't want to spend money on my pets and blah, blah, blah. They're only around for so long. Okay, great. But I'm looking at this like, we need certain things. The doctor says you got to take omega-3. Okay, the doctor says you need vitamin D. So what do? You go to the store and buy vitamin D. No, get it from us, because I tried it all and it's good. It's better than the store. The vision vitamin, I needed glasses. I don't now. Okay, so I'm not kidding. This is good stuff. It works. And what I'm saying is that if something works, I'm going to promote it to the end. I believe in it. Just like I believe in my dogs, I believe in everything else. I'm also working on my dissertation for my PhD. So yes, when I believe in something, I'm there. And I'm somebody that actually side note, I have complex post-traumatic stress disorder from a previous relationship I had that was, well, terrible. Anyhow, so luckily things worked out in my favor, and the child that I had with this person, my husband is adopting, which is great. So we have some good news coming up in the future. But there's been a lot of stress, and I'm telling you, these vitamins have helped me. I'm on medication, but I think I'm going to get off of that because I think these vitamins can help me not be so stressed. It's really been very beneficial to have. I mean, everything seems to work. And my mom has said they work. She's 72. She's needed glasses since she was 18 years old. The
So
prime vitamins work for her.
I think what you're saying is when the more you try the products, the better you're feeling. That's going to make it easier for you to share. And that I think is the most important thing. And that's what you're great at is
absolutely
right. So you try it, you like them, you're sharing it. And every product that you're getting in, you're trying it, you're doing a video on it, and you're sharing it, and you're putting that link in.
Yes.
And that's just generating. Now it's not just 15%. Now it's you're getting the commissions as well as the retail profit. And
yes, I'm very happy to be a UFO.
Yes. And
yes,
I got
for sure. And Stacy, everybody's sending you hugs in the chat. You know, we really appreciate
you're gonna
you
make me
sharing
cry.
your story and getting personal with us.
Thank you all.
She's
Thank you so much.
And I think, Stacy, the energy that and the love that you're going to get from this community you're going to see is like no other.
We'll keep up the great work and keep us posted.
I feel that. I love you guys all. You're great. You guys are all amazing. And I'm so excited to continue this journey. I think it's great. And it's working. Everything is working for me. What I do in my life is if I believe something actually works, I'm going to promote it. I mean, I know my dogs are healthy. I have a 16-year-old golden doodle that, yeah, some people don't like the crossbreeds, but yes, I have a 16-year-old golden doodle that I bred. She's amazing. She's still fine. She's a little blind, but she's old. She's an old dog. I have great, amazing dogs. And my products are always so good that when I saw these products, I thought, these products are great and they're working. And this is something I can promote. If it works, I trust in it, and it should sell itself. And I honestly tell you guys what, it sells itself. It's good stuff.
And people trust you already, right?
Yep.
So that's the important thing. When you're sharing what you like, people already trust you because you've already been selling things. Now it's a whole, right? So it's like, hey, take a look at this. Hey, take a look at that as you're trying the products. It's fabulous. It's fabulous.
Exactly.
Welcome, girl.
We'll be looking forward to having you guys on more sessions and doing some more training. And we'll be watching you and all your videos and everything. You're so welcome here, and we're happy to have you on board for sure.
Thank you.
For sure.
Thank you.
We have a couple other success stories and some people that are taking this by storm that have done some unique things with the program. I'd like to introduce Shannon Goodbury, director with the company, Northeast Regional Director, who's also been very keen on the affiliate program. So Shannon, why don't you give us a little bit of an insight of what you've been doing with the program?
Well, this energy is going to be a problem because I'm not going to be able to go to bed. Thank you all that have already shared. And I'm just repeating to myself over and over what I heard at Icon, which is when everyone else is moving to technology and removing people, they're betting on us. And so I kept hearing that over and over from your family, Steve. And then I see all the work that Jason is pouring in behind the scenes as well. And I said, jump in, Shannon, even before you understand all of it, just get to the people that do understand, as Deb had explained. So I didn't worry about me only knowing a little bit about all of this. And I just focused on this affiliate program is such a normal conversation, certainly with the ages of 20, my son who's in college. When I start to talk to him about it, he says, Mom, I already understand all of this. Some of these videos are great, but they're probably to help older people that don't understand this. So he said it with as much respect as possible. And I said, okay, well, let's grab a few things from this video that you don't know yet, dear. And I said, you can be an affiliate and get your 15%, or you can become an UnFranchise owner and tell your other college friends about this that already get this, that are already making some money with other aspects of things out there. And then you could get 100% of their efforts as well. So I said, let's build something over the next few years. And by the time you graduate from college, you'll have this stream going very well for you. So talk about generational wealth. I'm all in for that as well. I decided to do an in-person event. So I scheduled it for the Tuesday after Icon, not really even knowing exactly how I was going to do it, but Ready, Fire, Aim seems to work great for our company. So why doesn't it help me get in action instead of waiting until everything was perfect? And I kept saying to myself, if I don't ask my circle, someone else will. And that helped me get into action. So Tuesday didn't really work out. I had a lot of other life happen. Anybody else, think they're coming back from Icon and then have life hit you in the face? So I had to adjust it to a few days later. But what I did was I created through ChatGPT, I put in what I was thinking about and asked it to help bring it to a concise invitation. So I'm just going to give you what this visual came up with based on what I said, and I'll say it real quick. My post was, can you help a girl on fire out? ? Our new affiliate program launch has me dancing in my sleep, LOL. What if there was a free easy button where you try a new product and receive a referral link to share products you love? I apologize. This is 50-year-old eyes with contacts that don't do well. I need readers even with contacts on. September looks fun. And then I ended with gathering for happy hour this Wednesday to share a few new favorite products with friends I love. You may know someone that wants to learn how to try a product, share their custom link, and receive a direct deposit. A special swag bag is being put together for our guests as a thank you for learning about this new collaboration win Andy and I are excited about. RSVP by midnight tomorrow to guarantee your free gifts. And I just wanted to point out that one piece of my post, what I said there was ready to turn your opinions into income, come for the people, stay for the fall trends, leave with the bag, and for some, a new income stream. So this was the bag that I had them participate in. At first, I was going to fill it with some samples and our trial size marketing. And then I thought, no, I want them to experience it. So we had a spa section with all our beauty and cosmetic and skincare products. And then we had a wellness section. And as we went through each area, I brainstormed with Dr. Deidre, and we had so much fun. I said, what are the products we want to have at this event? And then we said, you know what? We want to have what the influencers are talking about right now. So we just researched what are the influencers' top 10 product trends. And that's what we ended up incorporating into our 2 rooms. We gave out samples and then we gave an incentive. So as we went through, I would say, this is going to be part of a raffle. And if they created content, I gave them an extension of time, but within 24 to 48 hours was the original wish. If you did create some kind of content, you were entered into a raffle. I was getting text messages. One was from a former UnFranchise owner that said, oh my goodness, I love our products. I was just looking for an easy button. She told her daughter that she was registering for this free new affiliate program. And they didn't even ask me. They just registered the daughter, the college daughter, because they had my email and they knew what to do. So I got another affiliate added that's a college student because of that. Another friend of mine loved the product so much, but was a deer in headlights. There was a lot that we went through. And I said, I'll be sending what's called a list manager. It looks a little like Linktree. And I sent a beauty list manager, and then I sent a wellness list manager so that they understood that they would be able to scroll back and take a look. And the next morning she said, can you please send me the affiliate link? Because I already have $450 in my cart right now, and I'm not done looking. The other new UnFranchise owners that came to Icon for the first time made the decision to clear their schedule and come to the event last week. And they brought a guest who has been in a trial run mode, has been to a local seminar, has been to a few Zooms, has sat in on a webinar together. And she went through and she found that as a defining moment, who said the next day, I'm ready. And I actually have them sitting right past me right now because we just finished registering their new UnFranchise owner. So
Congratulations and welcome.
Congratulations.
You heard it again, everyone. Hey, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Again, turning these events, product events, having fun, turning it into business building events, perfect trial run, and bringing new UnFranchise owners on board and into the family. It's another great, great success story. And we have another UFO who has also been doing some events. You'll catch a little tip here, right? Another UFO, Melissa Missler, please share with everyone your recent success with the affiliate program and your excitement as well.
Thank you. I am so very excited about this. I did see years ago the APN breakout, and at that time I thought, this is amazing, this is how we'll do the trial run, this is going to be perfect, but it was a little difficult. And so seeing it relaunched easy, this is incredible, because truly, like you guys said, you researched, this is what everybody wants to be. And so that stigma of, oh, what is it one of those things, is totally gone, because everybody is looking at being an influencer and affiliate. And I've been an affiliate for a variety of companies, and I can testify that what we have is so much a game changer. And so I am so excited about this. I put an event up on Facebook, again, that ready, fire, aim that Shannon said, did that. I'm begging Jason, what do you have for a PowerPoint? What I have in the back office isn't working. And so he gave me some slides, but I made my own as far as who would be great for this that is in my target market, which is beauticians, estheticians, small business owners, even mechanics and pet sitters. So that's who I'm looking for. So our team got together for the text workshops that we do and came up with a new names list. And honestly, it was the chicken list that we haven't touched before, because we respected them as business owners. We respected them as having these million followers, that we thought, we can't ask them to a first look. But oh my gosh, we can totally ask them to look at our affiliate program, because this is like none other. When the average affiliates are paying 3 to 4% and we bring up 15%, that is key. The fact that there's no buy-in, there's no inventory, there's no sign-up fee, there's no quota, and we pay cash instead of product, it's just a no-brainer. Why wouldn't anybody do this? And so we did a quick 30-minute Zoom last night, where who would benefit from this, and then key people on the team brought up, and we played the videos from Market America's YouTube on the NAD Duo, the Fix Duo, our GLP-1 product, right? Our ultimate protocol. So our top products that are name brand awareness through social media communities, we're already at the top of the top with our amazing products. So it's just combining them. And so for the first time in so long, I really feel like I am working this as a business, that the follow-up and the spreadsheet of the contacts and what they say and when's the next one. And so the people that couldn't make it last night, we booked for tomorrow. We are just going gangbusters with a brand new names list of people here that are going to be in a trial run them whether they know it or not, because when they get their 10 preferred customers and start getting repeat customers, we can come back to them with a positive first look because you've already got customers. You want to earn more. This is so easy. So any past UFO that had struggles with the sign up, the renewal, the different things, they are perfect. Your customers who love the products, and then introduce it to strangers and say, do you want to be part of this? Because we are cutting edge, and they are saying yes. So I'm very excited for this program and can't wait to see how much we all just jump our pin levels because of all of the new easy ways to get the word out to new customers. So thank you for having me be part of it. I am so excited.
Yeah, and the fun thing was with Melissa is that, you know, she's got a makeup and skincare background. And so when she sent it back over to us, you know, the other day, an email, she was like, listen, I got 50 makeup artists ready to go. I got people ready to talk to about this, you know, just guide me in the right direction. You know, sometimes programs like these just open up, you know, fires in people because whether you're the person who's just starting to get out of that comfort zone, or the person who knows so many people in this area who that's what they needed was just to get some simple, quick, easy ways to get some money in their pocket, and then all of a sudden transform into, you know, whether it be an franchise owner, whether it just be a preferred customer, whatever the case may be. You know, sometimes all it takes is just different programs like we do as a company through marketamericashop.com that allows everybody the opportunity to expose this business and these amazing products to everybody who needs them, you know, for that. So, you know, I know we ran over in time, but team, we wanted to make sure that, you know, we've had so many amazing success stories. We wanted everybody to have their opportunity to talk. Jessica, Deb, Shannon, Melissa, thank you so much for being a part of it. Stacy, thank you for being a newest member of our family, and, you know, and for warming our hearts tonight. Jason, thanks for, for putting everything together and for letting me have an open platform. Family, have a fantastic night. Have a fantastic week. Let's have productive weeks, productive days. It's only getting better. Let's make it happen. Love you guys.